अरहंत सिद्ध सुर उपाध्याय साधु सर्व अर्थ के प्रकाशी मंगलिक उपकारी है। तीन को स्वरूप जानी रागते भई जो भक्ति काय को नमाए स्तुति को उच्चारी है। धन्य धन्य तुम्ही से काज सब आज भयो कर जोरी बारंबार वंदना हमारी है। मंगल कल्याण सुख ऐसो हम चाहते ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। So I think people are in the impression that the class will begin at 9 o'clock. Just inform in the group. The class has started. Chaitanya Prakash ji. Chaitanya Prakash ji. 1 minute, I'll get my mobile.
Guruji, I already put it in that. This our.
You are putting in the group?
Yeah, I'm putting in the group. Class started.
Class started. Yeah. Thank you.
How is your health?
Pardon?
Your health?
Yeah, it's good. Improving now. Yesterday I
You will
had
cancel today.
yesterday I had a fever. So
Okay.
yes. So you thought that class will be at 9 o'clock?
No, I know this is 8:45.
No, I'm talking to Jaini.
Yes, sir.
You thought class will be at 9 o'clock?
No, sir. Actually, I thought it will be at 9 o'clock, and I was not feeling well, so I joined a little late.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Now you will feel good once you join here.
Yes, sir.
This is something that the word itself has got magic in it, you know?
Yes, sir.
It's just an instrumental cause.
Yes, sir.
So the everyone must have listened to the GM that Darshit ji has posted. Have you listened to that?
No, sir. I just listened to your comments,
Okay.
and I have to still listen to his audio.
Okay. So before that is his Gandhar Mulyankan presentation. And similarly, everyone also has to give this presentation depending on the topics that will come. So already we have covered characteristics of Arihantas, characteristics of Siddhas, and purpose of adoration, accomplishment of purpose from Arihantas, etc. Today we will be covering purpose of observing benediction. So where is your name? Okay, your is purpose of adoration.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm not able to speak because of the cough and throat.
No problem, no problem.
I will listen to all the 3-4 students, and then I will send mine also.
No problem, no problem. You take your time, but yours is purpose of adoration.
All right.
So primarily the purpose is to manifest passionless discriminative knowledge. That is the purpose of adoration of Arhant, Siddha, Acharya, Upadhyay, and Sadhu. The next topic was accomplishment of purpose from Arhantas. So in that, there were 4 points. Darshitji covered all the 4, and the takeaway is that if you are adoring or invocating Arhantas, etc., for the sole purpose of getting passionless discriminative knowledge, vitrag vigyanta. Okay. If that is your purpose, then you that purpose also gets solved, and simultaneously you also bind auspicious karma, and as a result of that you get all the good things in life also. So here your both the purpose are getting solved. So we should never be craving for any kind of auspicious sentiments. Our sole purpose should be to manifest passionless discriminative knowledge. Vitrag Vigyanta should be our only purpose. While working for that, we automatically bind auspicious karma. And when the fruition of those karmas come, we get all the good things in life. So that was the main topic of discussion in that accomplishment of purpose from Arhantas, etc. Now moving on to the next topic, purpose of observing benediction. Benediction means Manglacharan. Okay. So what is the purpose of observing benediction? That is the question. From there we will begin. Jaini ji, you read.
Yes, sir. What is the page number?
11. I'll make you co-host.
Okay, sir.
Now you can share it in the screen itself.
Yes, sir. So 1 second. Screen sharing, right?
Yeah. So first you have to open that PDF and then you go to screen sharing.
Okay.
You'll be able to do it.
Is my screen visible, sir?
1 minute. Huh? No, it's not visible. First you open that file, okay?
Okay, sir.
And then you go for screen sharing.
Okay, sir.
Then you will find the screen there on the screen, wherein you have to select the Mokshpad Prakashak. So if you are able to do it, you let me know. Otherwise, I'm also trying myself.
So 1 second. The file is open now.
Okay. But it is not reflecting on the screen.
I'll do screen sharing.
I have done. You have done or I have done?
So you have done.
Okay. So now, no problem. Get ahead.
Okay,
Leave that one.
sir.
1 minute. Huh? Page number. I'm taking you to there. Continue scroll.
Purpose of observing benediction.
1 minute. Huh? You write. You read. No problem.
Here someone asks, what is the purpose of benediction right in the beginning of the book? Answer, completing the book happily without any disturbance due to rise of evil, pap, karmas is the object of performing benediction, that is Mangalacharan, in the beginning. Question. The people of other faith who do not make obeisance like this, in their case also, the completion of book and non-occurrence of disturbance is seen. How is it so? Answer. The people of other faiths who write book, they, due to rise of intense delusion, keep self-contradictory words and meanings in them, which nourish the erroneous faith and passional instincts. Hence, its disturbanceless completion is possible even without such obeisance. If by such obeisance delusion becomes feeble, how would then such contradictory work be accomplished? And I am also writing this book by virtue of feeble passion. I will keep or write in it the words nourishing the passionless science of tattvas, essential principles. Its disturbanceless completion is possible only by performing such an obeisance. If such an obeisance is not done, then the intensity of delusion will persist. How would then such noble act be possible? Further, he says, well, this is acceptable, but he who does not perform such obeisance is also seen to be happy. The rise of sinful karmas is not seen, and someone who performs such obeisance, in him also happiness is not seen. Rather, the rise of sinful karmas is found. Therefore, how is the aforesaid auspiciousness possible? The cruel, intense, and ingenuous, that is mild, instincts of Jeev are of many types. The karmas bounded by them in the past in different times rise at one time. Therefore, for example, one who had accumulated lot of wealth in the past is found possessing wealth without earning and is not seen in debt. And the one who had taken lot of debt in the past is found indebted even while earning wealth, and wealth is not seen. But on thinking, one finds that earning is always the cause of wealth and not of debt. Similarly, the one who had bounded lot of auspicious karmas in the past, he is seen possessed of happiness even without performing such obeisance, and the rise of sinful karmas is not seen, and the one who had bounded lot of sinful karmas in the past, he is not seen possessed of happiness even after performing such obeisance, and the rise of sinful karmas is seen, But on thinking, one finds that performing of such obeisance is assuredly the cause of happiness and not of the rise of sinful karmas. Thus, the auspiciousness of aforesaid obeisance is established.
Yeah, this much only. Let's see first this. So the question was, what is the purpose of benediction right in the beginning of the book? Why do we do Mangalacharan at the start of the book? So answer is very simple: completing the book happily without any disturbance. You know, even when we do some opening of our office, or we do uh, when we move out to a new house, we always perform puja, some kind of celebrations, religious celebrations. Why? Because the only reason is completing the, now here in this case, the reason is the completing the book happily without any disturbance. Due to rise of evil, pap karmas is the object of performing benediction, Mangalacharan, in the beginning. So the purpose is to complete the book happily without any disturbance. Okay. It might get stopped in between, or some other hindrance might come. So in order to avoid all these disturbances, hindrances, turbulence, this is done, Mangalacharan is always done in the beginning. Now, again, a question onto this, that other people also do this kind of work and they don't do Mangalacharan or benediction, and still their works get completed. And people who does this also, we have seen that their works don't get completed. So what is the reason? This is the question. The people of other book who write books, the people of other faiths who write books, they, due to rise of intense delusion. So people of other faiths have by default high level of intense delusion, because if they were not having intense delusion, they would never have indulged in other faiths. Okay, so when you are indulging in other faiths or false god, false guru, and false shastra, that means you are having intense level of delusion. So those people of the other faith, they write book having self-contradictory words. Means here it is written something, and then in the next page you will see absolutely opposite thing has been written. So these are self-contradictory words and meanings in them, which nourish or which fosters the erroneous faith, wrong faith, and passional instincts. So people who write books for other faiths, they have got intense delusion, and they also foster that, and hence its disturbance-less completion is possible even without such obeisance. Why? Because it's not a good work that they are doing. Because of high intense delusion, they are doing what is not good for them. Okay, so such things automatically get complete. You don't require any kind of benediction for such thing. If by such obeisance delusion becomes feeble, okay, if the delusion becomes feeble, how would then such contradictory work be accomplished? So if they do this benediction, then their delusion will become feeble. And if the delusion becomes feeble, then such contradictory work will not be written about. Okay. But since the contradictory work has been written, that means the delusion is intense. And since this kind of intense delusion, even without obeisance, things get completed. And I am also writing this book. Pandit Todrabalji is writing about himself. By virtue of feeble passion, right now I'm having a very feeble passion. If I would have now intense passion, then I would not have written this book. So at the time of writing this book, he had very feeble passion. I will write it in the words nourishing the passionless signs of tattvas. So he will be writing the words that fosters the passionless signs of tattvas, essential principles. Its disturbanceless completion is possible only by performing such an obeisance. If such an obeisance is not done, then the insanity of delusion will persist. Then such noble act cannot be possible. So this is what we have read. Now going further. No, this is okay. Further, he says, well, this is acceptable, but he who does not perform such obeisance is also seen to be happy. The rise of sinful karmas is not seen, and someone who performs such obeisance in him also happiness is not seen. Rather, the rise of sinful karmas is found. Therefore, how is the aforesaid auspiciousness possible? So even those who are doing this Manglacharan, they also they are also seen to be not happy. Those who are doing this obeisance, they are happy, but those who are not doing this obeisance, they are also sometimes happy, and the rise of sinful karmas is not seen. Both ways. On one front, he seemed to be happy, and the other front, the rise of sinful karmas is not seen. And someone who performs such obeisance in him, also happiness is not seen. Rather, the rise of sinful karmas is found. Therefore, how is the aforesaid auspiciousness possible? That means, if you do Manglacharan, then auspicious things will happen is not sure. It's not the rule. Now the explanation is given. The cruel, intense, and ingenuous, mild instincts of jivas are of many types. So the intense instinct and the mild instinct of jivas are of many types. The karmas bounded by them in the past in different times, not this birth, the previous birth, previous to previous birth, 10 birth ago, 50 birth ago. You never know when you have bound these karmas, and when these karmas rotation takes place, they all rise at one time. Okay, all the karmas coming at one time. Therefore, for example, one who had accumulated lot of wealth. So this is an example given by Pandit Todarwal. The example says that one who has accumulated lot of wealth, and presently he is not seen in debt. He has not taken loan from anybody, and the one person who has taken a lot of debt in the past. Even that person who has taken a lot of debt in the past is found indebted even while earning wealth now. And wealth is not seen. But on thinking, one finds that earning is always the cause of wealth, not of wealth only and not of debt. So earning is always the cause of wealth. Now, somebody who has accumulated lot of wealth in the past is found possessing wealth without earning, even if he's earning not now, but because he has enough possession of wealth from the past, he is not seen in debt now. He's not earning right now, but he is not in debt also. And the one who had taken lot of debt in the past is founded indebted even while earning wealth, and wealth is not seen because most of the money goes in paying off the debts. So the wealth is not seen, but he is earning the wealth anyways. So earning is always the cause of wealth only and not of debt. Similarly, the one who had bounded lot of auspicious karmas in the past, he is seen possessed of happiness even without performing such obeisance. And the rise of sinful karmas is not seen. And the one who had bounded lot of sinful karmas in the past, he is not seen possessed of happiness even after performing such obeisance, and the rise of sinful karmas is seen. But on thinking, one finds that performing of such obeisance is assuredly the cause of happiness and not of the rise of sinful karmas. Thus, the auspiciousness of above said obeisance is established. Okay. So with the example that somebody who has got enough wealth from the past, even if he's not doing obeisance, he is still seen with lot of money and he is not into debt. And the one person who has lot of debt from the past and he is earning handsomely right now, but all the money is not being seen now because it is going to pay off the debts. So earning uh, earning of uh, so the performance of obeisance is always helpful just because when we perform obeisance, our passions become mild. And when the passions become mild, we can do this kind of work. Again, he says this too is accepted, but why the Devas, celestial being, who are the devotees of Jin Sashan, omniscience rule, did not help the one who observed the obeisance and did not punish the one who did not observe the obeisance. So in the previous topic also we had seen that celestial beings, they help the enlightened souls, when they are in problem or uh, they are in some trouble, and they also help them out there and also punish the one uh, who is the cause of the disturbance of him. So this kind of things the celestial being are supposed to do, and they do it. The answer. The predominating factor of jivas getting pleasure and pain is the rise of their own karmas. So this you must learn it by heart. The predominating factor of jivas getting pleasure and pain is the rise of their own karmas. According to that, only the external instrumental causes are met with. Okay. So if you have done good karmas in the past, then you will be getting all the pleasure, sensory pleasures objects. Okay. And if you have done something very bad in the past, then there will be pain. Okay. When those karmas are rising. So both are instrumental causes, whether you are getting pleasure or you are getting pain. It is our past karmas that is playing the role. And so the ones whose sinful karmas are in rise operative state does not get help rendering cause, and the one whose pious karmas are in the rise operative state does not get the punishment rendering cause. So if our karmas, past karmas are good, then we will not get those help rendering cause. And if if we have purity or the auspicious karmas in rise, then we will not get the punishment. How such instrumental cause is not met with is being explained. So here the author Pandit Todarmal ji has given 5 cases. You can put it as points. The first one, the devas, the celestial being, cannot know everything simultaneously. So the question main is why the celestial beings does not help who are in trouble, and why he is not giving punishment those who are giving disturbance. Okay, so that is the question. Now talking, Pandit ji has discussed around 5 different situations. The first one, the devas cannot know everything simultaneously, because to know everything you must manifest omniscient knowledge. But the devas have Shayapsham Gyan, cannot know everything simultaneously due to Shayapsham Gyan. If he had got Keval Gyan, then he would have known everything. But he has got Shayapsham Gyan. Shayapsham Gyan means destruction. Some part is destructed. Come subsidence. Some part is subsided, but it is not destroyed. So destruction comes subsidence type of knowledge. Hence, knowing of the person observing obeisance and the one not observing obeisance takes place rarely to some celestial beings. So he cannot know this, okay, who has done the obeisance or who has not done the obeisance. Okay. So if they do not know them, how could they help or punish? Okay. The second situation. And if they know them, then if there was passion, be extremely feeble. So if it is extremely feeble, then the instinct of helping or punishing does not arise. If it is extremely feeble. And if the passion be intense, then religious feeling cannot rise. Okay? Cannot arise. Religious feelings cannot arise. And if the passion for involvement in such act be of average degrees, and one may not have power, then what can he do? So the third situation now. So if the passion is extremely feeble, then helping or punishment does not arise. The third one, if the passion be intense, then religious feeling cannot arise. Now the last, fourth one. There are five in together. The fourth one, and if the passion for involvement in such act be of average degrees, okay, average degrees means medium, and one may not have power, then what can he do? Now the passions are medium, okay, but he does not have the capacity. Then what can he do? He has not the capacity to help, and he has not the capacity to give punishment. Then he cannot do anything. In this way, the instrumental cause of rendering help or giving punishment does not materialize. Now the fifth logic. If one has capacity, okay, now the capacity is also there, and due to rise of passion of average order, medium rise of passion, then he has compassionate feeling also, okay, and in such states he should also be knowing pious, impious form of duty towards other jiva. Then some celestial being, etc., helps some pious fellow or punishes some impious fellow. Thus, there is no set rule for such action. Okay, so there is no rule that the celestial will come and help it out. It may happen, it may not happen. It depends on Jiva's past karma and his present efforts. Last paragraph. It is to be understood here that the desire of being happy, not being miserable, seeking help, creating trouble, all that is full of passion, is painful instantly, immediately also it brings anxiety and tension, is painful instantly as well as in future. Therefore, discarding such desire and being aspirant of passionless signs only. Okay. Aspirant of what? Only passionless descriptive knowledge or passionless science. I have observed obedience to Arhanta, etc., in the form of invocation, etc. So it is always good to do this obeisance, because if we do obeisance, our work gets completed without any hindrances. This is the first and foremost factor. The second factor is that if we are doing obeisance, that means our passions are now mild. And when there is a mild passion, writing a book, noble work like writing a book, can be done smoothly. So this was the main logic behind doing benediction. If you have any questions, you may ask. Any questions?
Sir, sorry, but I have not heard Mangalacharan.
Pardon?
I have not heard Mangalacharan.
You have?
Sir, Mangalacharan, I don't know by heart, sir.
So not required. Not required. Nothing is required to learn it by heart, This is the question Totanmalji was discussing, that why the Mangalacharan was done. So the Mangalacharan is done just to see that things get completed without any hindrances. And the second part was that when we do Mangalacharan, our passions get smiled. And when our passions get smiled, we can do something really great like writing a book, okay, which is a very noble cause. So this is only possible when we do Mangalacharan. Now the next topic coming is authenticity of this book and scriptural tradition. But I will keep this for tomorrow. Okay. Yesterday I was having a fever, so I thought if I'm feeling good, I'll do it. So now I'm feeling good, but still I don't want to take much risk. So tomorrow we will do this topic. I wanted to complete one topic. So we have done this topic of purpose of observing benediction. So now you can post your Gandhar Mulyankan. Prinal Chaitanya Prakash ji, Prinal ji, Jaini ji, Darshit ji has already done it, and Jinali ji. These are the people eligible for posting GM. So if you have prepared, you can post it so the others can listen to it and they will have these revisions also. So tomorrow we'll be doing traits, not traits of a discussion, authenticity of this book and scriptural tradition. Then a word about this book and negation of writing false words. ठीक है. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है. 9 बार नौकर गिनेंगे. जय जय.
Yes, sir.